Hey everybody, John Grimsmo here, bringing you another shop vlog. Got an interesting, low-key, quiet day today. Today, it's just me and Skye. And I'm teaching him CNC. All things CNC. Now, I've noticed very recently and very harshly that my actions don't necessarily match my vision of what I think I do. Unfortunately, I do hoard information and knowledge. I share with you guys pretty freely, but I don't share it enough with the guys here in the shop. So Skye, being young and super smart, needs to know everything. So I've told myself, I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna share everything. So today is training him on first the Swiss. We'll get some parts going, and then just walk him around, show him a little bit about the Kern, a little bit about the Mori, and I just want to explode his brain with information. Let's do that. Look at this guy, he's a pro already. So we've been instructing for maybe half an hour or so. We're setting up to make the same part as we started making yesterday. It's so small I can't even focus on it. The screw for our knives. And we're having a little bit of clearance issues when we're setting up some of the tools. The parts ejector, or the chute that the parts go down and then down the conveyor and into our little catcher thingy, is rubbing the spindle. So Skye's looking and seeing if he can kind of tilt it up a little bit and make it in a happier position. Alright, yeah, maybe we can shim it, he says. And we can, it just, that black tube right there that his hand is covering, it just needs to come up a little bit and stay there. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting to keep my distance and let him do it, you know, both with the social distancing and things like that. And he's got his disinfectant, he's cleaning all the tools, cleaning all the surfaces before touching them, before and after. And it's neat to stay away and to let him instruct him so that I don't have to touch it. It's actually a really good teaching method. And it's working. There's a lot of trust involved, but I trust him. And he's slow and careful and methodical, and that's exactly what we need. Sweet. So he found the adjustment screws for that, and he got it a little bit higher. Sweet. So when it comes to education, I went to high school, graduated, barely. I mean, not barely, I just didn't care that much. Never went to university, never went to other school, never really had a real job. So the only way I know how to learn is to teach myself, is to figure it out. Which puts me, I don't know if it's at a disadvantage or at an advantage when it comes to teaching somebody else. It's something I'm constantly battling with and learning, but it's a fun challenge. I mean, 98% of my teaching experience is making videos for you guys. So I just have to apply that to physical people, and it's not hard, but I gotta remember that they don't know everything I know. I gotta start with the basics. I gotta distill things down and be like, why are you doing that? And ask questions and make sure they understand and comprehend. And it's fun. It's fun. It's freeing to be like, okay, let go. Just share everything and get everybody to understand. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this, folks, is why you carry a flashlight every day. Because we use it every day. Is this an Okluma?
Yes.
Let me see your shirt. If you're wondering what flashlight that is, Skye's repping hard today. So Skye tells me that black box and the spindle clear.
And it's probably centered into that cutout spot.
So one of the clearances we're looking at is this, right there. That's close. But everything on a Swiss is close. So right now Skye's learning the ever valuable shim measuring technique on the Swiss, where he's got that steel ruler and he's moving the Z-axis, Z4 axis closer to the part, or closer to the tool. The gap's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and he's using that shim to feel it. Tiny, tiny little movements at a time. Yeah, the way I do it is I want the shim to stop sliding up and down, because you don't want to chip anything. I'm so glad we're in this shop as opposed to our old shop now. We got tons of space and we got ceiling fans providing plenty of air circulation, and it's just wonderful. I mean, the old shop was great for 4 or 5 years. This is better. Okay, so he's got the shim, the tool and the part and the shim. The shim's kind of stuck in there, meaning he's got a perfect clearance. Our Z4 value is 1.21, which is like, that's a lot. But the reason for that is I had this tool in there before and it was chucked 1.5 inches back, or 1.25 inches back from where this tool is. So that's why the value makes no sense right now. But now we're going to go into the tool table and we're going to reset that value based on the shim thickness and get it dialed. I'm testing him now. Does he remember how to call a tool offset?
Do I have to call the machine offset again?
Yeah, always. So I told him always call the machine offset, which is G55, because you don't want to get that wrong. And then call the tool offset. My sunburn from yesterday is coming in nice. I haven't even checked my neck. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. It's like first nice day. You're like, yeah, let's spend time outside. Genius. Skye's running his first program. Okay, so you see the Y coming up. Tool's coming towards it. So we walk through all the program line by line and he kind of understands what's going on, what's going to happen here. But now it's just trusting it. So if you pause it here, look at the screen, you can see the numbers. That's a little bit different screen than you were looking at before. But that's your sub-side numbers. They make sense. And if you want, because you can't really see much, if you look back and forth at the numbers, maybe you can get a sense of where it's at and what it's doing. Right. Yeah, maybe. So it's really good that we walk through the code and he's learning the benefits of being able to look back and forth between the screen and what's actually happening. Because with the cooling, you can't see what's really going on. And he's got a mental map in his mind of where everything's at. The student has made his first part. He is now inspecting it on the microscope over there. Pretty happy. It's going great. Yeah. So he did the Torx milling and the chamfer and the dots and everything on the sub side of the part. And now we'll make a full part.
Alright. Just like this one again.
65?
Or 64?
So we've been through a couple parts already, and red equals bad, but they're like this bad. They're ever so slightly out of spec, and we're being picky, as we always do. But I think maybe this next part should be dialed, and he's messing with the wear offsets, getting it perfect. He put the first one on his own knife. He's like, I'm taking this one. Yeah. So the day is done. 5 hours of training. What do you think?
I've made 10 parts or so, and like 2 of them are good enough. But the thing is I could probably come in Monday and make like 500 screws, and they'd be fine as long as I keep adjusting it as I go. And the setup wasn't that bad. Once I set the first tool, it was fine. So, yeah. Very sweet. Okay, so I just finished my last semester of college this week. Yesterday I had my last quizzes and exams. I am approved to graduate, but waiting to be put on the grad list. So next week we'll hopefully get on that list and get my diploma. So that's good. I had to write a big report on a company that uses lean manufacturing. So I chose the Omega watch company because they have these big assembly rooms for their movements, where they have like a stoplight system where each person can set a light, like a stack light in their workstation. And like green is for go, so bring me more parts. But like if you have a bottleneck or you have problems, it's like orange or red, so that they can focus on those bottlenecks and get everything sorted and moving efficiently and quickly. So it was pretty cool. I did a bunch of research. We should make watches.
I thought you were going to say we should get some stoplights.
Machines have them. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That was fun. I'm exhausted, and I've just sat here all day. Is your brain exploded?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good.
It's been exploded all week.
Yeah. Yeah, a week full of finals and school and stuff, and then this. You're welcome. Cool, man. Okay. Later, guys.